All right, let's talk about Friday, November the 4th, non-farm payroll day. In other words, a good day not to trade. I did trade today, but only after price became orderly. I do not trade when price is unruly or moving too quickly up and down the DOM like crazy. So I wait for price to calm down. I wait for levels, the prices to start bouncing off my levels, and then I start trading. So here's the trades I called out in the room today. There were 5 shorts and 10 longs. Of course, nothing is trading advice. I just simply share what I am doing. One of the things I want to show you today is a few of these trades because I do something kind of neat that I want to share with you. I use a program called Keyboard Maestro. It's a Mac program. And whenever I'm trading, I'll come over and I will click my DOM, here my Trade of 8 DOM. And when I click that, the computer has been programmed to screenshot my DOM plus my chart into one picture. Then it takes a second picture 10 seconds later. And I could program that to do whatever I want. You know, do 10 pictures over the next minute or whatever I want to do. But right now it does an initial screenshot as soon as I click it, and then it does a second screenshot 10 seconds later. And the reason why I do that is if I need to go and do trade reviews, I can go back and look at my chart at the moment in which I was in the trade and say, does that make sense? Did that follow my system? So here's an example of the first trade I took today. Price retraced the whole day after the opening, and then it came back to one of my levels. I had 3 sets of 5 MESs setting here. It got me into all 5 sets and did very, very well. Here's another trade I did today. We were slowly meandering down, but we were really in chop. Tons of trades in this area. But when we broke out and came up to, yes, that says midnight. What is the midnight level? Plus, I had one of my, I guess I removed it, but I had another one of my levels here. Plus, I had a break level. I still had us trending down, so I went short there. But because we broke out, I only went short with 1 MES. I don't mind trading small, and you can see I did pretty well there. So that's another good trade. So here we were breaking out towards the end of the day, and we had a really strong push through. This yellow line for me is VWAP. I do have VWAP on my chart. This other line is called the 144. Those are the only 2 lines I have on my chart. I'll turn them on and off as I feel I need them. But I like that we were pushed up over the VWAP. And when we came back down, I went long there, and I went long pretty strong because this is what I was expecting. This is what I told the room. I expected us to shoot up, which we did. I expected us to pull back, which we did, and then go long, and I was in that trade. So that worked out very nicely. Here's another trade. These aren't necessarily in order. I went through and just kind of picked some. So at some point we were breaking out again. We pulled back. I went long at the break level. This was a very small trade. I was hoping that's where it would bounce and keep going. That's pretty much all it did. So I only made 1 or 2 ticks. I am not afraid of break even or 1 or 2 tick trades. No big deal. Profit's a profit, and I'm happy. That trade we already talked about, actually. And here's another trade I took. We're in chop. I tried to push through this break level. When we came back to my level, I went long there with 3 contracts, and this particular screenshot shows how I spread out my stops on those, and I will manually manage them in the trade like I teach in the room. Here was another trade. So price came way down, hit my break level. I went long because it was counter trend. I just went small, just 1 little MES. Look at this, another MES with $20-25 to it. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. You do 10 $25 trades today, and you made $250. It's one reason I love micros. That's one reason my site is called Micros Trader. And I believe we already discussed this one. So for some reason I had a couple different ones in there. Okay, so that's a really neat little program. It's called Keyboard Maestro. It's for the Mac. I'm sure there's a PC version of software with that creates macros, but that way every time I go click my DOM, it does a screenshot for me, saves it into a Dropbox folder so I have access to it on any computer and even my cell phone, I guess, if I wanted. And then when I don't need them anymore, I go in and delete them because every time I click my DOM, it does a screenshot. Okay, guys, talk to you soon.